It was Alex the lion's birthday, but he was not having a happy one. After a year in Africa, Alex and his friends were terribly homesick for the New York Zoo. The penguins and chimps were supposed to come back in the monkey-powered superplane they had flown to Monte Carlo, but they had been gone a long time. Marty the zebra, Gloria the hippo, and Melman the giraffe tried to cheer Alex up with a surprise present, a model of New York City made out of mud.
Wow. You guys made this?
Alex marveled.
Yep.
Marty said.
From memory. From crazy, obsessive memory.
Alex wiped away tears.
You guys, you've both made and ruined my day.
King Julian and Maurice, two of the lemurs who had followed them from Madagascar, popped out of Alex's birthday cake.
Whoa! Ta-da! Your wish has come true!
King Julian said, but Alex's real wish was to go home. Then inspiration struck.
What are we doing?
Alex asked.
Here we are relying on the penguins to come back for us, but we should just go to Monte Carlo and get them,
he decided. After hopping, skipping, and swimming quite a bit, the friends arrived in Monte Carlo. They found the casino and crawled through its ductwork to get a look inside. Alex scanned the crowd from above the casino floor. The two chimps, Phil and Mason, and the penguins were not hard to spot. They were all concealed inside a flamboyant costume of the King of Versailles, and His Majesty was winning at roulette. But Alex's crew accidentally fell through the ceiling before the king could collect his winnings. The humans panicked and closed all the doors.
Lockdown, eh?
Skipper said knowingly. He whistled up an armored car called the Luxury Assault Recreational Vehicle, and they burst out of the casino.
Step on it, boys!
Skipper said. Unfortunately, Captain Dubois from Animal Control was on their trail. She was a ruthless hunter who had always dreamed of getting a lion. Now she was determined that Alex's head would hang on her trophy wall. The penguins led Dubois on a high-speed chase through the town. But despite dumping a trail of slippery fish and engaging their nuclear reactor, the animals could not lose her.
Wolski,
Skipper barked.
signal the chimps to meet us at the rendezvous point with the superplane.
The plane arrived and lowered a chain of monkeys to the waiting friends. They grabbed hold, but Dubois got her hook around Melman's neck. Alex climbed down and cut the rope with his claw, sending Dubois flying into a rooftop pool.
That's right. Home free, baby. Woo! Au revoir, Dubois!
Alex hooted. But Alex was celebrating a little too soon. The plane was in trouble and crashed in a train yard. The Zoosters heard sirens closing in. Where could they hide? And how could large exotic animals go unnoticed for long? They had almost given up hope when they spotted a circus train. The animals inside did not want non-circus folk on their train. But Alex pleaded.
Wait, listen! We are circus animals! You gotta let us in!
Vitali the tiger was suspicious, but Gia the leopard and Stefano the sea lion convinced him that circus folk should stick together. He reluctantly allowed the zoo friends on board. Lying about what he did in the circus, Alex described an outlandish trapeze Americano act done over a pool of aquatic cobras.
Well, I flip off the wire harness, ignite my jetpack, and then toss balloons to the children of the world.
He claimed.
Kids love it.
Vitaly said the circus owner did not allow stowaways, but the penguins appeared with a purse full of treasure and a plan. The penguins and chimps dressed as the king of Versailles again and offered the circus owner the gold and gems they had brought from Monte Carlo. The owner was happy to sell the circus, a little too happy. They signed a contract, and then he and the clowns drove away in their very small car. The penguins drove the train to Rome, where the circus was scheduled to play at the Colosseum. The animals' hopes were high. After Rome, they would go to London, where they would perform for an American promoter. If all went well, the circus would be on its way to America. But all did not go well. The circus was terrible. The audience demanded their money back and chased the animals out of town. That night, Stefano told Alex that their circus used to be great. In Vitaly's popular act, he put oil on his fur and jumped through smaller and smaller flaming hoops. One night, he used the wrong kind of oil and tried to jump through a tiny hoop. His fur caught fire. Once it grew back, it was never as soft, and he was never the same fearless tiger. Stefano asked Alex and his friends to teach the circus how to be great again. Alex called everyone together and announced that they were going to stage an all-new, all-animal circus.
We will come up with something fresh, something amazing, something brand new,
he said. The others caught Alex's enthusiasm. Even Vitaly agreed to try one hoop. Marty led the group in a chant.
Can I hear you say fur power? Fur power, fur power, fur power.
The animals reinvented their acts and themselves. The dogs dropped their old-fashioned routine and got rocket skates. Stefano traded juggling for flying and was shot out of a cannon. And Gloria and Melman did a dance together on the high wire. Gia got Alex to teach her trapeze Americano, which he made up as he went along. But Gia's grace and Alex's bravado somehow combined to make it a real act. Just as things looked brightest, though, the animals discovered that Dubois was still on their trail. The circus pulled up stakes and rushed to London. In London, the animals spotted the American promoter in the audience. This was it. But Vitaly had cold feet.
Listen, man, you may have given up on yourself,
Alex told him.
but your friends haven't given up on you. Are you just gonna turn your back on them and sit and eat borscht the rest of your life? Or are you gonna get out there and jump through that tiny little hoop?
Alex also had a secret weapon for Vitaly, hair conditioner. It was slippery, but not flammable. The circus was a huge success, and the American promoter immediately signed a contract to take them to New York. Alex was jubilant.
We're going to America! Woo! Today!
He cried. The animals were overjoyed at what they had accomplished together and by the wonderful future ahead of them. Then Dubois caught up with them again. She showed the animals a poster about Alex's escape from the zoo and demanded that the lion be turned over to her. The penguins ambushed Dubois, shoved her into the cannon, and fired her over the London skyline. But the Zooster's secret was out. The circus animals felt used and sad. Everyone prepared to go their separate ways once they reached New York. King Julian had struck up a romance with Sonia the bear, and she wanted him to stay with the circus. But he had other plans.
I am a king. I want to rule New York.
Julian told her. When the friends finally reached the zoo, it seemed smaller than they remembered. Suddenly, it didn't feel like home anymore.
When we were with the circus, we were already home,
Alex said.
What do you say? We go back.
But before the Zoosters could leave, Dubois shot them with tranquilizer darts. Then, the zoo officials arrived and thanked her for returning the animals. King Julian's tranquilizer made him loopy. He made his way back to the circus and Sonia.
I don't want to be king anymore.
He told her.
I was so hung up on who I was, who you was, what you smelled like, when all that really matters is what we smell like together.
The circus animals were moved. Skipper pulled the dart from Julian's tail.
The hippies got ambushed.
Skipper cried. Hours later, Alex and his friends woke up in the zoo where officials were giving a party to celebrate the animals' return. Dubois' speech was short, but not remotely sweet. She raised her dart gun to go after Alex again. But rising out of the sky was a huge balloon with fur power written on the side. Alex raised his arms and Gia caught him. Stefano fired a tightrope for Gloria and Melman to climb. And Vitali jumped through a keyhole into Marty's enclosure and rescued him. But Dubois caught Stefano. To rescue him, Alex would have to do a real version of the trapeze Americano act he made up earlier. Alex and Gia swung down and pulled up Stefano and Dubois. Gia took Stefano to safety, while Alex and Dubois did a free fall toward a pool of aquatic cobras. Then the dogs fired their rocket shoes like a jetpack and carried Alex and Dubois way up into the air. Alex dropped Dubois into his old pen. Finally, Alex grabbed Gia and they released balloons to the children of the world. As they floated up into the clouds, Stefano asked Alex and his friends if they wanted to run away with the circus.
Live a life of adventure?
Alex asked. Yes, they all said. They certainly did. The reunited circus set off happily on their new tour of America.
Hey, Skipper,
Alex suddenly wondered.
what did you end up doing with the crazy lady anyway?